your own podcast. When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of those questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad.
Hey guys, welcome to a segment of Step Back 3 Sports Podcast. We've been gone for a while, but now we're back. But before we get into what we'll talk about tonight, I'd like to introduce you to a new co-host, Mike Drop 33.
What's up, everybody?
So, tonight, we're going to be discussing, first we'll be talking about a special topic, but after that topic, we'll discuss things going on in NBA, what's going on in the national capital in Washington. Should Wizards trade Beal, Wall, Porter, all these trash-ass players? We'll also talk about LeBron James, scored 51 points and 8 boards against the Miami Heat. We'll also talk about OKC, surprising season for the Kings, the Raptors, overrated, the Bucks. Like, there's a lot of things we'll talk about. And we'll also talk about the NHL, the Leafs, Sens, Habs, Canucks, Oilers, Penguins. All these teams have been problems. But before we do, this special segment, we'll be talking about marijuana. And the reason we're talking about it is because recently in Canada, it was legal. It was legal. And for a lot of people, it was bad and it was good because you don't want to smoke weed when there's kids around and yada, yada, yada. So before I turn to, I give you my opinion, I'll start with my co-host. So, Mike, do you think legalizing weed is good for Canadians?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro.
Well,
Being high a little bit, man.
so,
I'm kidding.
do you smoke weed?
No.
So, why you think?
No, I was joking.
No, but do you think it's right for legalizing weed?
I'm not sure, man, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think people smoke weed because they just want to, they just want to feel good. Like they want to, take the time to, pay attention to the beauty of nature. Like how we're so busy, we don't stop and just marvel at the beautiful scenery we have here in Canada. I'm not sure if you've ever been to Vincent Massey Park and all these other nice attractions all over Canada. So I think people they just smoke because they just want to basically, take the time to say, "Wow, that's so nice." Yeah, dude. But it's got some really bad effects on you, especially if you keep on using it. And like if you used it if under 25 years old, it might cause some serious damage, and also it impairs your brain development if you use it under 25. So there are things you got to watch out if you want to smoke pot. Plus, it smells really terrible. I don't know if you've noticed it, bro. I don't know if you've noticed it.
Yeah, it smells pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's all I gotta say. Like, if you're somebody who smokes pot, please don't get anywhere near my house, please. With having said that, I think I'm a really nice guy, and I think people should be able to do whatever they want as long as they don't, you know, step on other people's toes and trespass and all that shit. Anyway, so I'm gonna pass this to you.
So that's his opinion on that. Elaborate opinion. But for me, I know a lot of people that smoke weed. I know a lot of coworkers, bosses, friends that smoke weed. And I always tell them, yo, stop smoking weed. But after a while, it's their life, you know what I mean? But I think it'll be good and bad. Well, I think it'll be good because now, like, good people that smoke weed won't go to jail for selling it. And it'll be bad because a lot of people will be smoking weed now, and then because usually when you have kids around, they look at the people that are old and they follow an example. If they see smoking weed, they'll be like, "I want to smoke weed. Fuck, I only live once." Like, what do you mean you don't live? Doesn't mean you gotta throw your life away. So I think it'll be good and bad. It'll be safer because now people don't need to go to like suspicious houses, gang members. They can just go to a store and buy weed easy, and they can sell it too. So, but we'll be talking more about this later on in our next segment. Um, but we would like to go back into why we started a segment today.
Yeah, I just want to add, people also, like to smoke marijuana because they just want to, relax, get the stress off their backs. That's probably like one of the main reasons why, and just going back to what I said earlier, people just want to stop and like, marvel things, uh, like, going to the amusement parks. They like to marvel things that they think is really, really uh, beautiful and attractive, things like that. Yeah, and basically, I think you're right, Sherba. I think that there are some good people that are gonna benefit from this because they don't have to go to jail, and since it's legal, people don't have to worry about cops catching them. Although they have to like smoke pot at home and not smoke it while they drive. But yeah, basically, hopefully, it's not gonna be that bad. You know what I mean? What do you think?
It won't be as bad, but it's gonna be bad at the start, and then it'll like improve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we'll get adjusted to this new
Yeah, but soon it'll be bad, or soon it'll be better. But let's get down to the real business. So sports. So before we'll start with the NBA. So there was rumors saying that Jared Smith, the Joker of the Cleveland Cavaliers, uh, has requested a trade, um, and not only that, he's doesn't want to be near the team because apparently it's gonna ruin his legacy. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Your legacy was tarnished in Game One of the NBA Finals. You're legacy was also tarnished when you had the worst season as a shooting guard the last 2 damn years. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I don't like these players that are so trash, requesting trades, go on media, blah blah. Like nobody cares, bro. Like J.R. Smith against the Charlotte Hornets played 39 minutes, scored 13 points. Are you serious right now? $12 million worth of nothing. You go on this season, you have scored average 6.7 points per game. Are you kidding me, bro? One rebound. Oh my goodness, you're garbage. Like, I understand you want to request a trade, but at least you don't have enough value, bro. Like, he's 33 years old. He's an NBA champion, but since last time, since he won the title, he has done shit for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And he was known as to be one of the best shooting guards off the bench, clutch. He was athletic and all that. But now, what does he even do in Cleveland? Like, nobody cares if you requested a trade, J.R. Smith. Go drink your Henny and everyone will be happy, you know? And there's rumors that the Cleveland Cavaliers are tanking. They're not tanking. They just suck, bro. And I don't understand why J.R. Smith thinks they're tanking. They got nobody, bro. George Hill is washed up. I don't even know where Kyle Korver is. C.D. Osman, he's trash. Kevin Love's injured. Tristan Thompson's trash. He sucks, man. Your team sucks. How do you? Oh my! You think your team's actually good if they try? They are trying, and the only good player on that team is Colin Sexton because he's actually playing high. Um, I don't even. I would discuss like suitors for Jared Smith. He can go to a bunch of teams, but if he plays the way he's supposed to play, not like what he wants to average 48 minutes, because he was complaining about the minutes. Now he's complaining about the Cleveland Cavs tanking. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, like him and Jimmy Butler when they were requested trade, I was like, are you kidding me, man? You you don't have your 5 second of fame because you're trash. Jimmy Butler is straight up garbage, and he's supposed to be a leader for Minnesota because they got young players. Carl Anthony Towns has struggled, doesn't know how to deal with teammates. You're there for a reason to help young players de- develop and become men. Because right now, Carl Anthony Towns is a teenager right now, crying over this guy's saying this guy's not passing the ball in practice. Like, are you kidding me, bro? And Jimmy Butler and Jared Smith, they both complain about their minutes. One guy complained he doesn't have enough minutes. The other guy complains he has too much minutes. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, these players, they suck, man. Like, they're not teams. And if J.R. Smith played decent and doesn't smoke marijuana and drink Henny before games, yes, I understand. But this guy is straight up, he's not doing fuck all, bro. Sorry for the language, but these guys are pissing me off, man. J.R. Smith, Jimmy Butler.
What do you think he should do?
Well, I think They should trade J.R. Smith for a bag of donuts. That's what I think they should do.
What team should he trade with?
He should go to the. He should get traded to Phoenix Suns for some G Leaguer or some sixth round pick. Because that guy's garbage. Let him play on a garbage team and see how he'll do. Because right now he's on a Cleveland Cavs team who's been to the finals the last 3-4 years. He's a former champion. And for a former champion to play garbage like that and to play alongside one of the greatest player ever in LeBron James and to play like that, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. J.R. Smith is straight up garbage, if you know what I'm saying. But we would like to discuss not J.R. Smith because he's irrelevant. We'd like to discuss what do you think? What is going on in Oklahoma City? Because we first thought Carmelo was a problem. They got rid of him. They thought they didn't have a decent backup point guard. They got Schroeder. Then you get Schroeder shooting 3 of 14 last night against the Kings. Are you kidding me, bro? Their best player is what? De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Willie Cauley Stein, and you lose to that team. Oh my god, you must be garbage, bro. You can't lose to a team that has no true superstar. Uh, like the Thunder, Russell Westbrook was efficient, 12 for 12. Sorry guys, 12 for 25 from the field. But all of his shots were contested. I don't know what is he doing. And Paul George, another trash player. Like you shoot 9 for 26. Come on, bro. Who's guarding you? Iman Shumpert? You can't have an efficient game against Iman Shumpert. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Oh my god. Like the Oklahoma City Thunder right now, they're 10-6. Oh man, that's horrible stuff. When you got Clippers and Grizzlies, Trailblazers have a better record than your ass. 10-6. You gotta be kidding me. They got an easy schedule after the Nuggets. It's like except for Warriors tomorrow and Nuggets on Saturday. These are teams we'll be playing next. Friday, Hornets. Wednesday, Cleveland. Friday, Hawks. Pistons, Nets, Bulls, Jazz. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next 6 of 8 games, they're playing teams that are garbage. So if they're 500, then your team is trash. They need to win 6 all of these teams, and if they win both Warriors or Nuggets, then I'll be high with that. But they lost to the Kings. So if they can't beat the Kings and they barely beat the Suns, what do you think they'll beat the Nuggets or the Thunder? Right?
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of the odds? What do you think about the odds? Sorry. I mean, if they couldn't beat the Kings, and we know that the Kings have kind of a bad record here, so what are the chances that they'll beat the Warriors tomorrow, or even the Nuggets? I mean, we might see a slaughterhouse tomorrow. Well, we never know these things. We got to look more into tomorrow and do a deeper analysis on this. But yeah, as Shabelle mentioned, they got a very nice schedule here. After tomorrow, 10:30, they're gonna play against the Homelets on Friday, 8 p.m. And they're going to have the Nuggets on Saturday. They're gonna play with the Cavaliers next Wednesday. So they have a pretty good schedule. I mean, I personally like to see the Thunder and the Cavaliers because I'm a bit of a fan of the Cavaliers myself, but not so much since LeBron left Cavaliers. But I don't know. We'll just have to see tomorrow. We'll have to tune in like everybody else. So, yep, my partner, my co-host, or the host himself, actually, he's off for a little break, and he's left me the microphone. So obviously, I have to keep you all excited. Have to keep you all energized. No dead airs, or anything like that. How about some music while we wait? Oh wait, he's back. The host is back. I was gonna play some background music until Sherbel comes back, but now he's back. So I was just saying, Sherbel. I mean, what are the odds of Thunder winning tomorrow?
So their odds are kind of in their way because they're playing a team that lost 3 games in a row that are struggling. Their chemistry is nowhere to be found. Kevin Durant struggling. There's no Draymond, no Curry. Thompson shooting, missing 20 shots. Durant doesn't know how to be clutch. Like, nothing's going right in Golden State. So I think the odds are kind of in their favor because there's no problems in the locker room in OKC. Well, you don't know that with Russell Westbrook, but their odds in their favor. But right now, I would say Thunder could be worse tomorrow. But the game's in Golden State, and I don't think the Warriors are gonna lose at home because the Warriors they once won 56 games in a row at home. So I don't think they'll lose to Russell Westbrook. But let's move on. Um, so LeBron James had a wonderful game as we were watching the highlights just now. Well, I watched the game, but my co-host was watching the highlights. What do you think of?
Yeah, basically killed it. It was explosion there. But it was the highlights, so the full game gives you like a better context. You know how the highlights are. They show you the best, the best moments, but it's better to see the whole game itself. You know. So back to you.
So the Los Angeles Lakers are they're good because I think for the Lakers, LeBron needs to score over 40 to for them to have a chance to win the game. It was same thing like last year's Cavs, where if he's not scoring more than 40, they're losing. Um, so, so going back to the Wizards, So we are saying if Phoenix, if Phoenix and Wizards were wanted to trade John Wall, first round pick plus TJ, um, both it wouldn't work because they would be over the salary cap because you're trading 11 million TJ, Devin D Books makes 3 million, and Wall makes $19 million. So, so, so if you were to trade John Wall, who makes 19 million, for the big contract of Ryan Anderson, and so because he signs a free agent this year, you can't trade him until December, so that wouldn't work. But but this is why it's hard to trade these guys because Wall makes 19, Beal makes 25 mil, and Otto Porter makes $26 million. So that wouldn't work. But realistically, Wall would be good in Phoenix. But for a nice point guard, if you take off Phoenix, what if you make a trade with the Miami Heat? Because the Miami Heat, you can trade John Wall, and you can just trade John Wall straight up for Hassan Whiteside, Tyler Johnson, and Wall. So if you trade Wall and a second round pick for Hassan Whiteside and Johnson, that would be good because they would be alright with the cap. But I don't care about either Wall or Beal. But realistically, going to the West is a better fit for Wall. But for Beal, I don't know. I think should the Washington Wizards let him see how he can do it with an average point guard without having Wall? That way, his value could go up, and we could say, "Oh, Beal is a good player." Because right now, I don't like him to be honest. So, but Washington Wizards need to fix the problem right now before it gets worse and worse. And I never liked both these guys, so I couldn't care less. Same thing, I couldn't care less um, when Butler wanted to leave because these players, they're not real. You can't just request trades because you're struggling. It's your fault you're struggling. But we'll be talking more in our next episode, as we'll have a segment about NHL. Our mic drop 33 will be joining us by then too. But thanks for tuning in. Check our Instagram, like, follow, share, and we also have an online store. It's called Masilla. You won't be able to check it out now because our site is in construction and we're switching hosts. And but we sell sports clothing, electronics, everything that you want. We have it. And I want to give a shout out to our supplier. Um, he helped us a lot. But and if you want to donate to us, send us money to help our podcast and our store to become better. You're more than welcome to send it at hitmanhamoudi@gmail.com. I repeat, hitman, HITMAN, Hamoudi, HAMOODY @gmail.com. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Keep subscribing on Google Play, iTunes, and Spotify. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Good night.